remarkable Roy Aitken.
Wednesday morning will start just the same as any other day for the 28-year-old Celtic captain. He'll be up early, feeding and dressing the children before he takes 6-year-old Ashley to school on his way to training at Parkhead. Out of his Celtic strip and back in civvies, Roy and his wife are home birds.
He comes home at 2:30 and with his messages, something he'll nip down and get them, and then helps me prepare the tea, helps me get kids bathed, into bed. He's quite happy. Give him a bag of sweeties, sit in front of the telly, and he's quite happy.
I think we're very fortunate in the fact that being a footballer, we finish training most days at around about 12:30, and you know, I enjoy coming home and getting John and taking him down the shore or picking Ashley up from school. So a lot of people think that when you're a footballer, you're away from home a lot, but on average, I reckon I'm at home more than an MD.
Throughout Roy's career, he stayed out of the limelight, although he's always kept the football writers busy. His primary school in Ardrossan didn't even have a football team, but within weeks of starting secondary school, he was playing for Ayr United. He signed on an S form with Celtic just before he turned 14, and as captain of the boys' club won every competition the team entered. His baptism in the firsts came in a League Cup tie against Stenhousemuir when he was still at school. As one of the youngest centre-halves in the club's history, he posed manager Jock Stein some unusual problems.
My first league game was against Aberdeen in '76, and I had to go to Aberdeen. And normally when we go to Aberdeen, we leave on a Friday, so I had to go into the headmaster that morning and ask him if I could get the day off. And him being a good Celtic supporter, agreed. And during that season, I was training. Like, I didn't see the boys until a Saturday. Like, they were training every day, and I was doing my schoolwork every day. I used to go to my gran's about 4 o'clock and get a quick bite to eat there and catch the 4:20 train to training.
Since he joined Celtic in 1975, Roy has played for his club more than 500 times and scored more than 50 goals. He can boast 5 championship medals, 3 Scottish Cups, the last claimed 2 seasons ago, and 1 League Cup.
And the most successful season was probably 1976-77, when I was it was my first full season with the club, and I was playing with players like Kenny Dalglish, Bobby Lennox, Danny McGrain, John Doyle, Ronnie Glavin, a lot of great Celts, Joe Craig, a lot of really good Celts in the team, and I was very fortunate that we won both the Scottish Cup and the league that year.
I remember he was a great competitor. Roy was always a lad. Consistency was his best part of his game. You know, he was never ever great, but never bad. He was always really, really consistent. Came when the boss was there, Mr. Stein, then Billy was there, and now it's David. And Big Roy just plays the same, through thick and thin. He plays at the back, or plays in the middle. He can play anywhere for you and play well.
I remember scoring 2 against Rangers one day at Ibrox. Derek Purlane scored 2 that day as well. The first goal, Ronnie Glavin, a shot across the goals, and I came out the back post and slid it in. But the second one was a bit special because I think we just went behind 2-1, and John Doyle took a free kick out on the right, and as John fired it in, I met it in the volley.
Aitken scores, 2-2.
And there's 2 or 3 that really stick out in my mind. And the cup final when we beat Dundee, the 100th cup final when we beat Dundee 2-1, the Frank McGarvey goal was really special that day because we were 15 minutes to go, and we were really down and out that day. And all credit to Davy Provan, first of all, for doing a tremendous free kick, and then Frank for popping up at the right time when I supplied the cross. Great header.
To add to his club honours, Roy has been capped 27 times to date and scored once for Scotland in the friendly against Romania last year when Kenny Dalglish got his 100th cap. Yet success in Europe has always eluded him.
And that's one disappointment in my career, is not doing well for Celtic in Europe, because Celtic have a great tradition of doing well in European football. In recent years, we've had the games against Rapid Vienna, fiasco. That was a big dent, I suppose, in our make-up that day, because we felt as if we'd done everything right that night. You know, we'd taken the game to Rapid and we'd really overpowered them. And obviously because of the incident, everybody knows the incident, the water throwing incident, but I still think that they definitely played up to the incident themselves. It's another part of the game, and we were obviously disappointed at getting beat against Rapid Vienna, but we're hoping that maybe in years to come we'll do better.
Wednesday night, when the centre-half has to take centre stage at Parkhead, will be one of the most nerve-wracking moments of his 12 years with Celtic.
It'll be a nerve-jangling night, I suppose, but I'm really looking forward to it. In the past, there's been some great nights involving Man United at Parkhead. I remember the Bobby Lennox, Jimmy Johnson one, the Danny McGrain one. It's a night for the fans and the players to get together. The fact that playing Man United this time of the season, when we're really, you know, we're pushing for the championship, then it might be just the wee thing to relax a bit and get some good football and hopefully bring some confidence into the play for the rest of the season.
Everything about Roy is good. What he does in the park is first class, what he does off the park is first class, and he epitomises all that's good about Celtic Football Club.
Yeah, I think for a 33-year-old, Roy deserves his testimonial this year. You know, he's catching up in Danny and the grey hairs are coming out, but seemingly he's getting them died down a wee bit just now, so he'll look good on the night.
Patch is best, I think, now. It's a good way to finish, you know, against Manchester United. He'll retire after the game, probably. Maybe buys a drink.
I'm sure he will, Danny. Sally McNair there with Roy Aitken, highly respected by his fellow professionals in the Premier League and beyond, and a worthy captain in the great tradition of Parkhead skippers. This is the superb trophy that they'll be playing for. It should be quite a match between Celtic and Manchester United. Wednesday night, kick-off at 8 o'clock.